how this founder burnt $300,000 building the initial version of a product, almost going broke, pivoting, and eventually getting the product to $20,000 a month in revenue. So first off, let's take a look at the founder. Their name is Maciej Kupial, and they built a product called Kendes. And Kendes competes in a very competitive market space, and it's going to allow you to do appointment scheduling. So you don't have to waste time arranging meetings with clients, and you can streamline your company's workflow automatically. They've become quite successful now, and you can join hundreds of companies with over 1 million plus successful meetings booked. So you can automate your business with your favorite integrations, and the solution is tailored to specific needs of industries such as therapy, education, law, and more. So that's the founder and that's the product. Let's take a look at the beginning of the journey. For Maciej, it didn't start with Kendes. It actually started with a brokerage business, which they were part of. Personally, they were making around $150,000 a year from that. But he felt like he had reached his limit on personal growth and he wasn't enjoying the work anymore. So he sold his shares for $150K and moved on. He first started working in local businesses, investing heavily in real estate, as well as finding apartments. But then he wanted to get into SaaS, and that was the beginning of Kendes. And he took $300,000 in savings and plowed it right into the development of the product. Except most of this money was wasted as he ended up hiring people he didn't need and building a product he didn't fully understand. Maciej was so confident in their previous business experience that they overlooked tasks they could do themselves, aiming to start a cool startup focused on building something trendy rather than concentrating on what truly mattered. And so he ended up missing one of the key points, that was engaging with customers and refining the product based on their feedback. This ended up getting to a case where he hit rock bottom, dealing with a failing project, and this forced him all the way to stop the project's development and let go of the entire team. They moved and isolated themselves for over a year and finished the project without incurring additional costs. And this overall taught him a very important lesson, and that's to be very careful with money. These days, they think twice before spending even $100, whereas in the past, he wouldn't have hesitated for dropping $5,000. Now he's always looking for ways to keep the cost low, like making their own solutions or finding cheaper options. And if he had to start over, he would choose a way that costs no money at the start, only his time to build the product, as he's convinced that having that much money to spend at the beginning led them to making more mistakes. He could have done 90% of the things they spent money on himself. Sometimes having money at the beginning doesn't make starting a project easier, it just lets you waste time and resources. So where is Kendes sitting now in terms of numbers? It's doing around $20,000 a month in revenue, and that's split between $14,000 in MRR, with the remainder being non-reoccurring revenue. And this non-reoccurring revenue are extra packages and services that are offered for one-time fees. This includes notification packages and different configuration options. So how was Kendes grown as a product? So initially it was done through paid marketing, through Google ads, Bing ads, and Capterra to get some traction. And this really helped Kendes get its first customers and define their target audience. After that, it was an investment in organic growth. This was done by providing a really great product and having word of mouth as people started to share the product more. They've also invested in SEO and proper customer onboarding, and they still make a point to reach out to every customer who signs up to the offer, and this has paid off over the long term. One of the best things they've done for their customer onboarding is to offer a free demo call. Customers can easily schedule a video call with them, and they're going to assist them with the initial setup to ensure they're using the system correctly. This has been a significant advantage, especially since many of their customers are not tech savvy and often struggle with basic configurations of the product. There's really no magic bullet here. They simply put in the hard work to ensure their product meets the customer's needs. If you've gotten this far in the video, I'm sure you want to build your very own micro SaaS, but to do that, you're going to need some ideas. And that's where I have you covered with free, sneaky micro SaaS ideas you can steal. There's a link in the description below. I also have a complete course on how to build your very own micro SaaS, even if you don't have any SaaS experience. It's a step-by-step academy that's going to show you how to build, scale, and profit from your very own micro SaaS. And there's a link for this in the description below, so make sure you check that out as well. Maciej also recommends really listening to your customers. And this goes back to the initial $300,000 that was invested. He was so confident that he could just build a product that people wanted, he didn't bother speaking to any customers while developing it. He figured people would just automatically come and buy it. Without speaking to his customers, Kendes had many features that nobody used. Now Kendes is going to make sure that they're not developing anything unless it's been requested by customers, and they're also going to take the time to speak with them before creating any of those features. For Maciej's final advice, he recommends not giving up. There's no problem that can't be solved without hard work and persistence. Maciej is going to stay as long as it takes to resolve an issue, and it's not magic, it's just hard work and reaching out to the right people when they need help. Lastly, he recommends to build slowly, and this advice was hard-earned, as at the beginning, he really wanted to grow quickly. He suggests focusing on compound growth and building wealth on solid foundations. So this concludes the video here on Kendes and Maciej's journey from spending $300,000 to build a product that wasn't really useful to anyone, to pulling it all back, letting go of the team, taking over product development himself, and getting the product to $14,000 a month in recurring revenue and $20,000 a month in overall revenue. So definitely a great turnaround for him. And I'll leave a link in the description below to the source material for this article. It was a post on Indie Hackers. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it so much if you smash that like and subscribe button below. If you have any questions, leave a comment and make sure you check out the channel, as I have tons of SaaS stories just like this covering a wide range of products. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.